Hi guys, we're sort of nearly into summer, but it's really only the end of October. This is the Alfonso Mango. It's got a couple of florets running on it up here. That's been put outside yesterday. It's looking quite good after a wash. This is starling seedless white guava, and it started to push a couple of little flowers, so it's still, I'm not sure if I'll let it fruit just yet, let it get a bit stronger. This is a Chompu longan, and it's starting to colour up its flush at the moment, so this has been in and out for the last month, but when they start to go purple, that's when they're moving. And behind it we've got the King Thai mango. That's had a good wash and looks really shiny and nice, and it's got a little floret of flowers that may have set some fruit at the back. I don't think it'll get much bigger even if I pot it up. Here's an interesting banana they call Nathan. It's a super dwarf fruiting banana from Daly, so see if you can get one of these when they come out, because they are pretty compact. Here on my table is all my grafted cherimoyas. There's a mixture of fin de chate and forbidden fruits and camper as well. Here's a very rare tree from Southern America down towards in the southern regions. It loves the cold. It's called Guava or Mercianthus pungens, and that's just started to flower. A couple of flowers, not many, but it's a really pretty tree with it has a lovely flush at the top. The pistachios I got a month and a half, 2 months ago, have started to push their growth, but male is very quick, but the females are quite slow. 2 females. I nearly forgot the red hybrid out the back. Now, this is pushing some really nice growth at the moment. There's the little feathery leaves that are coming out, nice colour. So that's sort of almost getting to waist high now. It's due to flower, let's hope soon. This is probably the easiest to grow Garcinia in Melbourne. This is a Luxe Garcinia, named after Luke Vlieracker, and he found it in Mexico Highlands area, and it could probably go on the ground, but I'm not going to risk this guy. It's just pushing out some new growth here, and they sort of come out like squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. Can you see that? Beautiful. The Eugenia Stippatata has got a lovely flush of colour at the moment. They're only little tiny leaves, but it has small red edible fruits. So I'm hoping for that to fruit soon, maybe next year. This is Eugenia Candeliana, the rainforest plum. It's looking fantastic at the moment. Better than it did last year. The American pawpaw has started to set fruit. Here's a little baby. Not sure if I can focus on that, but that's what they look like, the fruits, and they come out usually as 3, sometimes 4. That's why they call it Asimina triloba. Got flowers all over the place, all the way up there. I repotted this guy this morning. This is the tropical sapodilla. So this is in the pot. It's as tall as me. This is the best performing sapodilla I've got, and I've got a Krausi sapodilla just behind it that hasn't grown as much, but it's got some flowers on it. Still got a couple of flowers growing. And here's an interesting Eugenia. that's growing extremely well. This is the Patanga, or Patanga tuber. It's looking impressive. It's already flowered and dropped one, but we're waiting for more to come. Loves the heat. Over the back I've moved the yellow Jaboticaba, and this is getting decent size now. It actually loves the spot, gets a bit more sun than it did before. I'm just waiting for flowers. So that's about 5, maybe 6 years old. They're slow. The Saskatoon plant from Canada has set some fruit. Trying to find them, they're pretty hard to see in the shade. There you go. Got some fruit forming, a bit like blueberries. Lamb Haas is flushing really well and flowering at the same time. So I've given this a special treatment I'm going to discuss in another video soon, as well as a few other plants. And I'm going to help other people help the avocado survive in Melbourne. Okay, the other mangoes I've put outside, so 5 mangoes were inside, and this is the Valencia Pride, and it's still holding a mango from last summer. End of last summer this sort of set, or well, around February, January, February, and it's still holding on to it. So let's hope it continues. This is the Glen. Pretty sure I've worked it out. Now I had Glen and Irwin mixed up to a degree, and these leaves are hardening up because they grew inside, but the Glen is going to be a bigger plant. The Irwin is a dwarf, so this is a much smaller plant, but it's covered in florets, panicles all over. So it's looking pretty good. And the Valencia Pride has a couple of set fruit, I think. I don't know, we'll wait and see. Up the back, we've got a bunch up here. So in here I've got the giant Jaboticaba. It's got great leaves. It's got really nice large leaves, but I had it in a sunnier spot and it didn't like it, I don't think, so I put it back in the shade again. Now these two haven't done anything much yet, although the scarlet I got recently was starting to move at dailies. It's held itself back, but the costada is thinking about moving, so they won't be long. Okay, the Patomba needs some care, so this is about 5 years old, and it does need a bit of inside treatment, but it's going to be flowering profusely soon. That's the Eugenia Patomba. Now the Cedar Bay cherry is setting up for flowers. There we go, there's some flowers about to come out soon. It's got lots all over it. I reckon it's better than the acerola. Okay, the Eugenia Stippatata, or Araza. I've tasted the fruit and it is pretty tart, but it's nice in lemonade. And the leaves are quite leathery, but doesn't like the cold, so you got to take care of this. It's not an easy one, but this was given to me as a tiny little seedling about 6 years ago, and it's been negative a few times, and it's coming back from last year trying to keep it outside. So don't keep it outside, bring it in. That's another Eugenia called Nangapir. I've never tasted the fruit, so this will take a few years. It's an example of the red growth on the Canary Island mango, the Gomera mango. They're very scarlet coloured. There's another one here, another plant. The Wai Chi Light Tree is about to flower, so this is just a a few flower florets, and this has been outside totally. I don't really care about this one, it can defend for itself. And next to it is the Muntries, the Australian native that I couldn't remember the name of last time, and I bought it flowering, but it hasn't flowered for me since, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. It's a tricky native, but looking at the beautiful colours underneath this shade netted with about a 10 to 15, maybe or 20% cloth, where the kiwi fruit are, all looking pretty lush. So like and subscribe, and the next video I'll do some more updates. But it has become a jungle in here. You walk through and it's lush. Thanks for watching.